millions of families still face energy that is unreliable, unaffordable, or both. At the same time, communities are grappling with growing environmental pressures, aging infrastructure, and increasing demand for basic services like clean water, waste management, and housing. Our goal is to create a sustainable, resilient, and affordable infrastructure for 2,000 families using local resources and practical technologies that can be built today. This is our vision for what a future-ready community could look like.
First, the needs of a community anywhere in the world start off with the housing. These houses must contain the facilities that will allow their residents to enjoy a high standard of living, with access to drinking water, heating, cooling, and electricity. Looking at the whole community now, for the well-being of its citizens, a community must have safe public spaces where people can confidently go out for a walk and enjoy it. People must be able to access their place of work, schools, shops, and their leisure activities easily either within the community itself or in neighboring settlements, emphasizing the importance of robust transport networks. Lastly, a community should always strive for its sustainability, aiming to reduce emissions and increase its air quality whilst protecting the natural environment around it. Taking all this into account, Cyprus has been selected for the development of this new community due to its strengths and areas for improvement. This island enjoys the strong Mediterranean sun for most days of the year, opening the opportunity to harvest its energy with solar panels. Moreover, the current Cypriot settlements have car-centered designs, which explains the over-reliance on personal vehicles, the unsafe roads for cyclists, and the high carbon footprint of Cypriots. For reference, the commuting habits of Cypriots, in addition to the energy performance of typical Cypriot households, lead to a per capita carbon footprint of 2.6 tons of CO2 equivalent per year. Regarding housing costs, a cost of living crisis is being felt within 4-member family houses, going for €500,000 in the city of Limassol, with typical mortgage payments being at about €2,100 per month and rents at €2,500 per month. For reference, each person in Cyprus pays €8.5 per month for their electricity consumption. All these can definitely be improved. A major concern of developing communities is the land use for them, as converting viable farmland or natural reserves into settlements is understandably unsustainable and, in many cases, forbidden by regulation. For this reason, a cement aggregates quarry next to the village of Kelaki and only 30 kilometers away from Limassol is proposed for the building site of this community. The currently active Kythrotis quarry, as it is named, offers great value to the island's construction industry. Still, all quarries in the end of their operational life need to be reused somehow, with some being turned into green spaces, others into lakes, and more into solar farms. Imagine how good it would be if we could turn this scar in the land into a thriving community. Hence, we present this community design as a possible future for the rehabilitation of this site. The community consists of 2,000 house units, all equipped with photovoltaic panels for electricity generation, as well as a heat pump shared between a set of 6 houses to meet the heating and cooling requirements. All houses in the community are laid out facing towards the south, maximizing solar energy absorption. Houses are arranged in neighborhoods as seen on our community schematic, which include minor roads, LED street lamps, and trees. Cycling infrastructure is built in our community to minimize traffic and reduce energy requirements and emissions. A park and ride is built in the community outskirts near a bus stop, which connects our residents to Limassol, Cyprus's most developed city. The tree cover in our community is around 20%, and the trees chosen to be planted are local and common to Cyprus and the Mediterranean, such as palm trees, lemon trees, cypresses, and olive trees. Trees are a vital part of our community design, as they have been found to cool down the surrounding air via evapotranspiration and by providing shade, while also contributing to localized heating by absorbing and reflecting sunlight. The community also consists of parks and lakes, creating a beautiful environment for its residents. These green areas not only promote physical activity and mental health, but also develop stronger social connections among residents, ultimately contributing to a more vibrant and cohesive community life. The community is designed for 8,000 people, comprising 2,000 families with 2 adults and 2 children each. Children are evenly split between the ages of 0 to 9 and 10 to 18, with 2,000 children in each group. 4 primary schools are built in our community and 2 secondary schools. Furthermore, the community consists of 1 hospital, 4 pharmacies, as well as a main square with shops, maintaining the community needs in terms of health, food, and entertainment. All shops, pharmacies, schools, and hospitals are powered by photovoltaic panels and a heat pump in a similar way to our house energy requirements. Following this description of the general community layout, this is a more detailed explanation of a typical housing unit.
This here is a typical house unit for this community, made to fit a family of 4. Each house is designed according to the Passive House standard, a proven, highly efficient design framework where the house's energy losses to the environment are controlled and minimized. Since the Cypriot sun's heat is a double-edged sword, the house architecture was made to get the most out of it while avoiding its drawbacks. The large south-facing roof is at the optimal angle for solar panels with which it can be filled. For example, here we have 25. At the southern face of the house, on the ground floor, 2 massive windows have an accurately sized overhang which excludes the sun from the house during the hottest months of the year, while letting it shine through and heat the house during the colder months. 2 southern roof windows fill the house with daylight, naturally lighting the house up and reducing the need for artificial lighting during the daytime hours. Of course, window blinds can be used on any of these windows at the family's discretion to fine-tune the heating, lighting, and privacy they offer. Last, the balcony is cleverly shaded from most of the sun, giving the family a nice place to pass their time. Despite appearing to be a building solely designed for energy efficiency with its bulky shape and specializations, it features all the facilities needed to be loved by a family of 4. On the first floor, other than a balcony, a bedroom and a general purpose room can be found. A huge storage and utility area is also found under the southern roof. Descending the staircase, the living and dining room is seen, enjoying the view of the tranquil streets outside. The 2 remaining bedrooms of the house can be found in the ground floor, with a kitchen and a hallway connecting them to the bathroom, which can be also accessed from the living and dining room. Given the opportunity, another small storage space was created under the staircase. Addressing all of the needs of a typical family, this house makes their life more sustainable without impacting their way of life.
Our energy solutions for our homes can be seen in the following diagram. The cooling and heating duty is provided through heat pumps, which serve a cluster of homes. The heating duty is supplemented throughout the year from waste heat recovered from the combined heat and power plant. This plant is ran using biogas generated from community wastewater. The waste from this biogas plant can be used as a fertilizer for local farms. Our main production of electricity is through domestic solar photovoltaics, which are positioned on our south-facing roof. We've also incorporated battery storage for the excess electricity generated to be able to supply power throughout the day, with the remaining excess electricity generated that can't be stored to be sold to the grid. To power our low-energy homes, we aim to exploit one of Cyprus's biggest strengths, the sun. The solar system for our homes have been designed to handle worst-case scenarios, modelled for situations where our homes require the maximum heating and cooling duty, and compared with that of an average day. This ensures that the residents of our community can live comfortably whilst not to the detriment of the planet. With the amount of available sun varying not only throughout the year, but throughout the day, it is important to capture the excess energy produced to be used for periods where we don't have it. We still want our electronics to work at night, after all. From this modelling, it was determined that we require a maximum of 21 kilowatt hours of energy to be stored on our worst day. This is about the size of 2 medium-sized commercially available batteries, and this requires a total of 8 solar panels to power the home and charge the batteries. With the available area on our south-facing roofs, we can fit more than enough solar panels, 25 to be exact, to power the home throughout the day by incorporating the smart energy storage. The additional solar panels allow for expandability for the future. If the community energy demands increase, we have the headroom. This also allows for an income stream of €174 per month through the sale of excess electricity to the grid.
To meet the cooling and heating needs of our newly built community, we'll be installing geothermal heat pumps, offering an energy-efficient solution. Unlike traditional systems, geothermal heat pumps use the Earth's constant temperature to regulate house temperature, providing consistent year-round performance. This technology will significantly boost the energy efficiency of our community. With a high coefficient of performance of around 4, geothermal heat pumps dramatically reduce household energy consumption. In fact, similar systems installed in infill North London have lowered energy bills by up to 50%. Ground source heat pumps also offer practical long-term benefits. They require minimal maintenance and have an impressive lifespan of around 20 to 25 years. Lastly, incorporating geothermal heat pumps into our community plan will substantially reduce our carbon footprint, contributing to a more sustainable future. Ground source heat pumps will be used for both heating and cooling. Our plan involves installing a horizontal closed-loop system, which will circulate a water antifreeze solution through underground pipes, absorbing and releasing thermal energy as needed. The system will efficiently serve blocks of 6 houses sharing a single 52 kilowatt heat pump. This approach will prevent oversizing during non-peak demand periods, while meeting the 8.4 kilowatt-hour maximum heating demand for each house. While geothermal heat pumps have a higher installation cost to traditional air conditioning systems, they can exploit economies of scale. By increasing the system size, the cost per unit of cooling or heating is lowered and the efficiency is improved, as the relationship between capital costs and system size is non-linear. Integrating the heat pump ground loop system with the municipal infrastructure, such as water mains, can reduce installation costs and enable waste heat capture. This integrated approach ensures a more cost-effective and efficient system overall.
In our design, wastewater isn't just a sanitation challenge, it's an energy resource. By converting the organic matter in household wastewater into biogas, we can create a reliable and local source of energy that's already flowing through our homes. This approach tackles both waste management and energy supply in a single system, turning what would otherwise be discarded into something useful. Unlike centralised power systems, our biogas plant operates independently of the grid, improving resilience during power outages and helping to ensure a stable energy supply. Based on Cyprus's national data, our community of 8,000 people is expected to generate about 1,250 cubic metres of wastewater per day. Using anaerobic digestion, this can produce around 125 cubic meters of biogas per day, which contains about 2,500 megajoules of energy. We convert this biogas into usable energy through a combined heat and power plant. This system delivers approximately 8.4 megawatt hours of electricity per month, whilst also capturing and reusing 10.5 megawatt hours of thermal energy that would otherwise be lost in a conventional generator. This recovered heat is used during the colder months to support residential heating. In addition, the system produces a nutrient-rich digestate as a byproduct, which is repurposed as organic fertilizer for local farms. By transforming waste into both power and heat and returning nutrients to the soil, this system gives communities control over their energy, recovers value from waste, and reduces emissions.
It will be valuable now to look into the results produced by this design and see how this community compares to Limassol, the closest settlement we could find that town. Although passive houses are generally found to have bigger upfront costs compared to regular houses with their enhanced insulation and energy recovery devices, even the most conservative building estimates predict them to be 86% the price of a regular Cypriot house with the same square footing, a testament to the high living cost of Cyprus. Regarding the energy savings, our passive house design was found to consume up to 90% less energy for heating and cooling than conventional houses. It will be insightful to visualize the net household energy trends. Here we have three scenarios: a typical mild day, the hottest and the coldest days of a typical Cypriot year. First, the appliance and lighting demand is seen as a small daily requirement. The cooling demand is then added to the hottest day. All the heating demands during the coldest day are covered by the biogas combined heat and power heat supply. The biogas combined heat and power and solar electrical supply then bring the system to net production, and finally the batteries cover the times in which the sun is not shining. For example, in a mild April day, the total per household demand is about 8.6 kilowatt hours, and after the addition of these systems, each house is a net producer of 88 kilowatt hours of electricity, while its needs are completely covered during the nights from the batteries. Hypothetically now, if the 2,000 homeowners were to form a cooperative company to sell their excess electricity at market rates of 7 cents per kilowatt hour, each house will expect a monthly income of about €174, which will go to pay the other bills. The total capital investment for each house is shown here, and various subsidies can be applied to reduce the cost. Taking typical interest rates and mortgage terms, each household will have to pay between €1,800 and €1,500 per month. Compare this to a typical mortgage payment of about €2,100. This is easily affordable by the combined salaries of a typical Cypriot high school teacher and nurse of €4,200 per month. Similarly, for the opening and maintenance costs of the community, the solar production is enough to cover them and even bring a profit between €1,400 and €1,000 per house per year, depending on the granted subsidies, versus a typical municipal local tax of €300 to €90 per year. Last, because of our energy strategy and the bus access which will be granted to the community citizens, the annual carbon footprint is estimated to be at 0.9 tons of carbon dioxide equivalents per individual, a big change from the typical 2.6 tons of carbon dioxide equivalents for these countries' individuals. In conclusion,
our community design is located at Kythreotis Quarry in Cyprus, just 30 kilometers away from Limassol, providing a prime site for sustainable development. This location is ideal for repurposing industrial land into a low-carbon community. The critical needs of this community, affordable housing, education, healthcare, and green spaces, have been met by integrating 2,000 energy-efficient homes with essential infrastructure, including 4 primary schools, 2 secondary schools, a hospital, and parks. This design aligns with Cyprus's demographic needs and environmental goals, ensuring a sustainable and well-rounded community life. Each housing unit is designed to maximize energy efficiency with solar panels, heat pumps, and battery storage. The community layout prioritizes renewable energy sources, cycling infrastructure, and green spaces, all interconnected to reduce carbon footprints and enhance the quality of life. Our community is benchmarked against Limassol, the second largest city in Cyprus, showing a 65% reduction in carbon emissions, a 30% decrease in home purchase costs, and savings on monthly utilities. Engineering calculations confirm the performance of these systems, with energy savings supporting both environmental and economic sustainability. By focusing on renewable energy, smart design, and affordable living, our community offers a sustainable and livable future for the residents of Cyprus.